So we're looking at the cloth and paper intention box for November 2025 with the prep routine theme. And right away I can tell you this box has a very specific focus. It's built around the A5 spiral format. Looking at what's confirmed to be included, we're seeing a weekly horizontal notebook, dashboard dividers, and lined notes inserts, all designed specifically for this one planner format. And this isn't just a random collections of items, it's a complete system with one clear constraint. So the real question becomes, is this restrictive format actually the perfect starter kit for someone who wants to build a routine around a single focused planner? Or does it completely miss the mark for experienced planners with established multi-book systems? Let's unbox this and find the only way it makes sense for maximum productivity. Okay, first things first, let's get into what cloth and paper actually delivered for this prep routine. The foundation is clearly this 2026 weekly horizontal notebook with a Monday start. The layout has Monday through Friday on the left page with Saturday and Sunday plus a list on the right. For me, this becomes a dedicated appointments and schedule hub right out of the gate. I particularly love that they went with this layout this year because this was actually the format I bought separately for my A5 6-ring planner last year. And I found the vertical layout they provided last year just didn't work out as well for my workflow. This horizontal format is built for tracking weekly commitments, and that singular focus is exactly what makes it so effective for my planning style. Then we have the complementary pieces that turns this from a simple planner into a full system. The lined notes planner inserts are your goal tracking site. You slot this in next to your weekly spread to define your weekly intentions and priorities. The monthly dashboard dividers gives you that crucial visual anchor for each month's theme, and the dashboard duo acts as your organizational markers within the spiral, separating your months, or they can simply serve as a beautiful decorative elements placed right after the transparent front cover. Now for the workflow enhancers. The magnetic bookmark in that beautiful book cloth is going to be your best friend for maintaining your place week to week without any friction. And the sticker sets, the label stickers, which are actually gift stickers with to and from sections, the square page flags, and the bar stickers. These are your visual organization tools. The bar stickers and square flags are what you use to flag important tasks or categorize your appointments directly on the weekly layout. I should note that this year's label stickers feels a little bit sparse compared to last year's offering. We only received 12 stickers with lifted letters, whereas last year we got a full roll with over 40 stickers featuring black text on a white background, which created much better contrast and felt like a better value. But here's the flexibility. Many of these items work beautifully outside this specific planner. The inverted graph notebook is perfect for any project planning. Use it for brainstorming, sketching out collections, or breaking down complex goals, regardless of your main planner system. The pens are obviously universal tools for any writing tasks. The sticker sets can add visual organization to any notebook or journal, helping you quickly identify priorities at a glance. And then the journaling cards are perfect for decorating travelers' notebooks, ring planners, or even creating standalone inspiration boards. This box gives you both a complete system and flexible components you can adapt to your existing setup. The inverted graph notebook is your breakout space for project planning. This is where you take a monthly goal and break it down into actionable steps outside of your main schedule. And finally, the journaling card set and the January vellum calendar card add decorative layering. I don't personally use the calendar card for planning since it has a Sunday start, but I like adding it as a decorative element. I know a lot of people use this for marking down dates and stuff like that. So looking at all this, the pieces are clearly designed to work together as a cohesive unit, but the key constraint is that the core components, the weekly notebook, the inserts, and dashboards are specifically designed for A5 spiral planners. This makes the box a perfect starter kit for that format, but it's a primary limitation for anyone using a different system. This isn't just a box of individual items, it's a pre-built ecosystem with a very clear opinion on how planning should work. Now that we see all the components, let's talk about how we can use them to actually build a routine. Okay, so the real magic happens when you start setting up this weekly horizontal layout for pure schedule management. This is where the prep routine comes to life. You begin by blocking out your fixed appointments, meetings, deadlines, any time-bound commitments. This layout provides perfect visual clarity for your entire week at a glance, eliminating the clutter that can happen in a daily planner. Last year, when this layout wasn't my main planner for scheduling appointments, I used the graph site for my one line a day and the blank site for writing down my daily tarot card. And then on the to-do list section, I just wrote down my weekly prayers. But this year, this specific planner serves exclusively as my dedicated appointments and schedule planner. This is also where you can integrate the line notes insert. You slot one in right next to your current week. This becomes your weekly intention space. For my weekly setup, I've written down goals at the top of the insert and then implementing the new Sunday prep routine fully by scheduling all appointments and defining 3 priorities for this demo purpose. And then the beauty of these inserts is that you can slot them in at any time whenever you need more space to write things down. For visual organization, I use the bar stickers to highlight appointments throughout the week, including marking days off. This creates instant visual reference points so you can scan your entire week in seconds and understand your priorities immediately. The magnetic bookmark is essential here for maintaining workflow continuity. It keeps you exactly where you need to be, right on the current week. No flipping through pages to find today. This might seem like a small detail, but that frictionless experience is precisely what makes a system stick versus one that falls apart by February because it feels like too much work. Here's a key insight for those of us with established multi-planner system. This weekly engine complements rather than replaces other planners. For the first time this year, my Techo will serve as my financial and abundance planner, while I'm adding a Hobonichi A5 cousin for daily reflection and journaling. This cloth and paper weekly layout, as mentioned previously, will become my dedicated appointments planner, and I am also eliminating my discbound planners for my system entirely for now, but that obviously could change at any time next year. But the weekly execution is only half the story, because the real strategy happens when you connect it to any monthly goals or intentions. This is where the system shifts from weekly execution to monthly strategy. The monthly dashboards are actually these transparent dividers that simply display the months 1 to 12, and they serve as visual anchors for each month's section. These components work together to create a layered monthly view. You can place the vellum underneath the monthly dashboard or over it, creating visual depth while maintaining functionality. And then the inverted graph notebook becomes your dedicated project breakout space. When you think of a monthly theme, you can then break down any complex project into actionable steps right here. This is where you take like your monthly goal and write it down, like design new sticker collection. You then break that down into specific assignable tasks, like sketch concepts, finalize designs, print or order samples, and then by keeping this project planning separate from your weekly schedule, you prevent your planner from becoming cluttered and overwhelming. The weekly spread is for when you do things, and then the graph notebook is for what you need to do. And remember, this notebook works perfectly on its own. You can use it for any project planning, whether you're using the A5 spiral or any other planning system. And let's just be honest about the biggest strength and the primary constraint for this box. So the biggest strength is that it's a complete opinionated starter kit. If you're new to planning or don't have a system lined up for 2025, this is a phenomenal entry point. Everything you need is here, and it's all designed to work together seamlessly within the A5 spiral. There's no guesswork, no compatibility issues, it just works. But the constraint is equally significant. These are format-specific items. The weekly notebook, the inserts, and the dashboards, they are all designed for the A5 spiral. If your system is based on A5 rings, half-letter disc bound, or traveler's notebook, these items lose their plug-and-play functionality. You'd have to trim, punch, or significantly adapt them, which completely defeats the purpose and value of a curated, pre-integrated box. This leads to the perfect alternative use case: gifting. If you're an experienced planner with an established multi-book setup, this box is a wonderfully curated gift for someone looking to get started. It's a ready-made introduction to structured planning that doesn't require them to research a dozen different brands. You're giving them a complete coherent system that teaches good habits from day one. And here's another flexibility. Even if the A5 spiral format doesn't fit your current system, many components still have standalone values. The pens, stickers, and journaling cards work with any planning setup. The inverted graph notebook is perfect for a standalone project planning. The dashboards can be trimmed for ring-bound systems or even as a decorative element. While the core value of seamless integration is strongest within the A5 spiral format, you can absolutely adapt these items to enhance your existing workflow. The only way to get the full intended value is to embrace the A5 spiral. But there are multiple ways to make these components work for your specific needs. The real proposition behind the prep routine theme is that it provides a targeted system, not just stationery. It argues that the best way to build a routine is with a dedicated planner that consciously connects weekly actions to your monthly goals, and for the right person, that focused approach is incredibly valuable. And for someone with a different setup, it's a box of very nice parts searching for a new purpose. So this box proved that the most effective tools are the ones that intentionally fit your workflow, not just the prettiest ones. Let me know in the comments if this system fits your planning needs or if the A5 spiral format is too restrictive for your setup. So subscribe for more practical breakdowns that help you achieve real planner peace, if that exists. I'll see you in the next one.